Alright, everyone. Welcome to the stream thing. Why is this broken? Okay. I'm back in. Let me just ping my Discord. That's how we usually start things here. And hopefully we see some people here. Or maybe it's just my live chat not being synced. I should remember to turn my iPad on for my live chat display. Hold on a minute there. Right, we go there. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, my health isn't, like, the best these days. Is YouTube giving me 3 unskippable ads on an iPad? I don't know. Alright, so welcome everyone to the stream. I forgot to switch scenes. Hold on, let me do that as well. I didn't bring anything to do here today, but, we might as well improvise. That's what we do here. We just figure it out along the way. By the way, I have been doing some extra multiplayer practicing, so that also sort of helps. Private lobbies, I usually tend to postpone it to like the end of the stream, because once we start doing private lobbies, we can't really do anything else, you know. Like, we always get carried away. And yes, I do have neck problems. I'm just not caring about it because I have a YouTube channel to run. I guess I could just do this for now. So, okay, actually, is anyone here in Legend League yet? Let me like try and make a poll about that. Yes, I need you to answer that one real quick. While that's happening, we might as well have a look at some of these events, because, truth be told, I haven't actually bothered with almost any of them. Like, I'm pretty sure I still have to auto-claim the credit heist. That's... yeah. Alright, what's the... okay, so the majority of people say no. Alright. What do you mean unusual stream time? This is sort of when the stream is... well, usually it's already, like, going for, like, the past 2 hours at this point, but, like, we just started, because my neck really doesn't feel that good. I guess we could do Elite B, and never mind, I'm not gonna embarrass myself. Like, I am ass at these Elite tracks. I'm actually really bad at them. Hello, this is new. When is this coming on? I don't know, we could give this a try. Alright, what track are we on? That is Sacred Heart. Okay, that is a very annoying car to deal with. I probably have to focus more on driving. Pretty sure you could do that a lot better. I missed that nitro bottle. Yeah, this is just warm-up. And that's gonna be an atrocious lap time, I can already tell. Can I breathe properly? Yes, it's not my throat, it's my neck, as in, like... okay, that's not even top 100, that's utter shit. When I crash in game, say a curse word from a different country that I know. Is it like suka bliat or what? I don't know. I don't actually know what that fully means in Russian, but like, let's just ignore that and move on. I just hope that's not like a racial slur of some sort. Alright, let me just do a few races here. I'm not gonna count it down because like next to nobody here is in Legend League. Although if we see any like Plat 1 players here, we might do that vote again. Which we don't. Alright. So that's another Aeon. Good to see one there. That's a Bullied. You really don't see those after this car. No, no, no. Okay, that's fine. Is that an SF90 in Legend League? Oh, shit. And I'm dying now as well. Okay. Oh, no, move. Okay. He did, but not before killing all of my speed. This is the best live stream of all time. Right, so as we were doing, Seoul has shit air quality. It's been like this for the last, like, 10 years. I don't know why that's a surprising thing at all. So let's try not to kill myself again like that. Hello, Cerulean. Is that how I pronounce your name? I really don't know. But anyway, good to see you. How do you play on a controller if the dead zone is trash? Probably don't be on Android. That's the only platform that does that. Oh wait, that's Doku. Been a while since I've seen him. It'll be interesting to see how this race turns out, because he's actually a really good driver. Okay, that's immediately really bad. He has Shockwave, I don't. And I'm getting bullied by these two guys. This acceleration really is nice, though. Oh, shit. That guy was up my tail the entire race. Oh my god. Okay, that was good. GG's. What do you mean keyboard? This is a controller. Yeah, that actually raised my heartbeat. Almost not a... like, I almost never get that in multiplayer. Like, my heart is actually racing from that. What do you mean a Shockwave Punch? Shockwave Punches don't really matter. The same thing as Orange Punch, but I mean, I don't really know how different that is. Even Orange Punch, especially if you're not on like a controller where you have two nitro buttons to fire it frame perfectly, then it's really not that, it's really not worth trying for on tilt or keyboard, for example. Unless you bound a second button for instant nitro, then you can, but like, otherwise, don't bother, is my final answer. Hello, Bill, sir. Okay, that's... Oh, I actually won that. Nice. That's a plus 29? What's his rating? 32, 34? Ah, okay, that explains it. You sniping? Hello. You have back buttons? I don't have back buttons. You don't need back buttons on this game. There's only, like, R1 is set to Nitro. A is also set to Nitro, so you just need these two. It's like, you don't need that, but yeah. In which cases is triple tap floaty better than a double tap? Only in cases where a double tap will be too fast to the point it destabilizes the car too much. With cars like F5, you rarely need those because it pretty much tanks anything you throw at it. But with things like DeVille, which gets upset very easily by these fast 360s, you might want to consider triple taps or even quad taps, which is basically triple tap but a bit slower. Okay, that's not good. No, 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 no! Oh, fucking hell! Okay. I was a little bit too hot coming out of that corner. And that's the price I paid. And that's no barrel, and I am not winning this race. I remind you of Afik? Well, I'll take that as a very big compliment. Thank you, sir. You can't do Nitro Rate without back buttons? How? Hello, Courage. Sketches is a nice nickname, thank you. And I don't know how much that is, but that's, like, not my concern. I just appreciate your, what do you call it? Like, it's the thought that counts. Like, yeah. Like, how do you say that without, like, disrespecting, like, the money that he just sent me? Like, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to, like, I'm just trying to appreciate him, and it's just made everything just awkward. I am not very good at social communication, which is maybe why I don't have that many friends in real life. I have a couple I met from this game, and then there's almost nobody. Okay, apparently we just had collisions enabled. Oh my god, that guy's right up my ass. Okay. Better ground accel definitely does help. And better air accel too, I guess. Please turn. Okay, no, 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 turn, you fucking idiot! There we go. Okay, that was not how you turn that bit. I'm gonna show you in a private lobby in a bit, actually. Like, that is not how you turn that. Yeah, I know it's Indonesian rupiahs. I just don't know what it converts to. But, yeah. You're poor, again, I'm just... Yeah, I just appreciate whatever you do for me. Like, that's all I was trying to say, I guess. That's how you word it, yeah. Is Tushek better than Bullied? In general, yeah, the extra acceleration and especially the longer float, in my opinion, definitely helps. The top speed, especially with Nitro, is a little bit slower, which might be a drawback, but for me, and especially for multiplayer use, it doesn't really affect it that much. Okay, I got only one Nitro bottle there. Okay, that's... 25 Nitro is sometimes a drawback, as you can see. Can I fight this Imperium, though? Oh, no, 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 I definitely can't. I'm just gonna settle for second place. It seems like he also messed up, though, which is interesting. Okay. What nickname? What nickname? What? Yeah, that is diabolical. LVN, please don't call me that. I'll let you off once because you've been a friend of mine for quite a while now. Imperium does do a floaty, yes. That's not. I don't see how that. The 86 acceleration Gameloft gave for the Asphalt 9 Devel. Yeah, about that. That's something to do with the licensing, actually. Like, Devel Automotive, when they were first reached to add this car into the game, they actually required a specific top speed and a specific 0 to 200 acceleration, which was the equivalent of 86. However, because that would definitely have broken the game, that's why Gameloft did, like, everything to nerf the car in every other way imaginable, such as the bad air accel, and the... what's it called? Like, and the ground accel, actually, when it was pre-release beta testing, exclusive among the content creators, which didn't include me, still doesn't, back then, it actually had, like, after 200 kilometers an hour, it had, like, 60 ground accel. So if you didn't know that, there's a fun fact, too. It didn't accelerate in the ground either, right, back then. And the stat was later just adjusted so that it doesn't just, reflect the initial launch accel, because that would have been the biggest fake negative acceleration of all time. So, I'm pretty sure... so, the actual acceleration is actually unchanged, if not improved. That's bad. We'll lose to the other Aeon, pretty sure. Not even sure if I can fend off the Imperium. Definitely not if I do that. Oh, wait. No, no, no. No, no, you don't. Yeah, this car also has a certain level of chaos living inside it. Grounded fake Excel Fart Nitro, that sounds like the Faraday, actually. Like, that's literally what it is. When am I gonna 3D print the Absolute model? Not this one, actually. If I ever do 3D print a model of that, I would probably make that a better quality, because right now it doesn't have interiors, it doesn't have anything. Like, I would try to make that one as best as I possibly could, if I ever did that, which I didn't. Boys, that's fine. I'm assuming you mean the bit where I just shitpost with a bunch of clips that I record from random playtime sessions with my friends. Well, it's complicated. I'm still friends with all of them. I'm just saying that Tailcoin is not in this game anymore, as far as we're concerned. And just in general, it's sort of on a hiatus, I'd say. But don't worry, once we can get everything sorted out, that series will definitely be one of the main things you can see in this channel. Because I have the most amount of fun making that too, and while editing it, because it's just so funny. You just laugh at the same jokes over and over again. I really like making those. No. Actually, I'll take that. I just saw that Imperium 360. Bill, sir, what are you doing? You like the stream? Thank you. You see that, like, thumbs up button, like, a little bit small, like, somewhere next to the subscribe button? If you could press those, like, once, I would greatly appreciate that, too. I'm just saying. Alright. Let's move on to, our gameplay again. How's my Discord stream session at 5 AM? I actually got to Elder League with that. Yeah, at 5 AM. That's why this stream is actually so late. Because I pretty much slept in for, like, I don't know. When am I going to do RLGs on live streams? I am not good enough to do any of them. I've been on the Elise combo on and off for like the past 1 or 2 months. It hasn't gone that well. That sort of works. I don't know. Definitely not beating that absolute, though. That goes like 40 kilometers an hour faster than I do. No! Okay, we're definitely not beating anyone here. Can we beat anyone here? Like, let's try and just get that guy out, like, to stay in 5th place. Oh, no, that does not work. That engine sounds like a muscler, I was about to say. Okay, so we're just dead last. Shouldn't I be playing safe in MP1? No, then you just lose. Also, playing safe is boring, let's be real. Like, I mean, I guess the wall right at the starting half was me playing safe, but like, you gotta have a bit of fun, you gotta risk it sometimes like I'm doing right now, you know? Like, this actually works. I've tested it, and it sort of works is what I'm actually saying. Like, once someone messes up, you can take advantage, but if they give a perfect race, you're probably gonna mess up before them. See, I'm just saying. Okay. This thing just does things that you're never prepared for. Oh, you fucking dick. No, that was intentional. That was actually intentional, just straight up. Alright, let me bully you next race, I guess. Like, it's not like I'm just gonna stay here. What do I think of the Porsche of Legends season? I don't want to, is the short answer. Nothing interests me, not really. Actually, is there anything? Maybe the time attack, because I have it 2 stars, because I didn't bother with the first special end. Sometimes you do have to play safe in real life, Ryan, but like, for most of the cases, actually, that is... I mean, eventually that leads to innovation. That part is correct. Okay, no, that's wrong. It doesn't matter. Oh, that guy wasn't here, though. Eh. How many F5 or 5... What do you mean F5 or 5K clones? Like, what do you mean? Like, we do not have any other car that behaves like the F5 so far. Bully did get, like, a clone-ish, which is the Aeon. Absolute and Devel are completely unique. Imperium is like a Frankenstein of both these cars. Tartarus is just... Well, we're not talking about that. Chimera is actually just a really buffed Agira, which is actually a Platinum car, actually. Just realized. I mean, 5K ranked, we have a lot of them. Since last year is not a very good benchmark, because I don't remember anything these days. Musler is definitely not a Venom clone. Musler is completely different. Musler is more of like an Imola if it was an S-Class, and nobody understood what the car is supposed to be. That's basically what this car is. Bad. Manageable. Oh, shit. I'll take it. I'll take it. And see, this thing works. Mostly. This guy did drive well, so couldn't clamp down on him, but like... Make it black? That's also a good idea. I used to do that, actually. Not this sort of black, actually. I would rather have, no, turn dual off, yeah. Not complete... Actually, we can do this. This goes slightly up. No, this goes there. I just tend to prefer dark, like, really dark gray, almost black, compared to, like, actual black. That's just a me thing. Let me make this a bit prettier, though. Bit of a cold hue. Maybe we could give it a... yeah, sort of like this sort of hue, but like with really low saturation. And then darken it. That looks better, I think. Yeah, I'd say this works. And then we raise the brightness a little bit on here as well. And brakes, let's just make them red. Why not? Yeah, that works. Actually, no, red brakes are cliche. Nah. Fucking, what would be a good color here? Yellow, maybe? Nah, I don't know. Well, let's just use this. Sorry, I love donating, says him sending me more money. Okay, you, thank you. I don't know what to say about that. Red plus yellow is a good combo. I'm not painting the wheels red, no. You like the Absolute more about, what? Absolute or Devel? I mean, Devel is just... Believe it or not, Devel is actually more consistent. But once you, like, memorize every single route with the Absolute on, like, all the tracks, you're probably gonna enjoy that, too. Which I haven't yet. I've done some, not all of them. I'm just gonna take this one. Oh, move! It's not even wall riding this. Which is why he lost that. Why does it say I'm 6, by the way? Now it just jumps to second. Alright. Nice servers. By the way, when I first brought this question up, nobody actually believed me, but like, look me in the eyes and tell me again that this car does not look like the McLaren F1. Like, just... Okay, I did not... I forgot this was a thing. I mean, just look at the square, round-ish headlights, and then look at the quad circles for the tail. Like... Just look at this and tell me this does not look like an F1. Just those two features, like... Saline also looks like the F1. They were pretty much made at about the exact same time. Like, they were actually direct competitors, although Saline is forgotten because, I don't know, Saline's marketing division was just out there eating lunch with some Italian guy, I guess. Or something like that. Like, I'm just saying, like, the Saline was more powerful and probably, and as far as I'm concerned, faster than the F1. And yet nobody remembers it. It's really interesting if you think about it. Like, dig into these, like, car histories and you'll find a bunch of crazy stuff. Can you guys move? Okay, that's an Evo SF90. I guess that's why we have massive congestion here. And we no longer have massive congestion here. And I'm also through. Okay, that's a one barrel. That does not work. That really doesn't work. And now I'm fourth. Another single barrel. Nice. Right. Oh, not just in the game, I meant, like, actually in real life. We can probably, in the background, you can probably hear a moped engine because this room is hot and it's now spring, and spring for me is also hot. GPU is barely working anything, but, like, doesn't stop me from being just overheated in an instant. Why am I torturing myself? I actually like the muscler. You can call me weird. Don't ever do that one laugh in my Q&A video. Okay, no, that's not where I want it to be. You know, I can make this work. I can probably make this work, yeah. I can probably just genuinely make this work. No, never mind, I fucked it up. That's no barrels. You'd be surprised at how often I get that from that ramp, actually. Oh, shit! You know, we're going this way. Not a good idea, actually. Okay, fourth is where we're gonna have to settle with this. F1 LM isn't that good in Classic or Unbreakable. Unbreakable F1 suffers more, I would say. Classic is, like, sort of bearable, because you do have long nitro to shield from the knockdowns or potentially turn on the offensive side yourself, but in Unbreakable you don't have that, so, yeah. You sort of need, like... Yeah, you just normally need, just a really good start to outpace everyone there. Alternatively, you could have even worse acceleration like the XJR9, which makes you stay behind by the first 20 seconds, which is where all the chaos ensues, And then by the time every opponent has been more spread out across the track, so it's easier to pick them off one by one, that's when the XGR9 strikes. So surprisingly, it's actually really good for Classic. At least until it got paired with S-Class cars in its league. Oh shit, that's high. Okay, that works. Completely unintentional 360, but okay. That Imperium is not having his best day. Oh shit, okay. Missed that track barrier. What's that guy in first place driving? No, 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 turn you! Okay, we're going here now. My god, this thing is so slow. Like, it has, like, no drift acceleration whatsoever. Like, you can see that in the floats, too. Like, when the wheel doesn't touch the ground at all, most other cars actually have raw acceleration, just raise the speed during a floaty. This one just doesn't do that, like, at all. What cars worth going for in the next update? What cars even were there? About the next Syndicate, we really know nothing about the car's performance, so hold your horses on that one. What else was there? Like, I genuinely don't give a fuck anymore. Like, it's not worth my memory. Go for Lancer? I mean, it is a nice car, actually. It works at MP2, believe it or not. Mostly. Like, that's what I did at 6 a.m. earlier today. Which was actually yesterday because I slept after that. I hate desync around this place. No, 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 no. Okay. No! At least fast reaction times help here. What happened to Cool? Um... 919, Rensword 12, 917, 918. They're all gonna suck, let's be real. They do not want to give quality items to us anymore. Oh yeah, about the new Drive Syndicate car. If you look at the acceleration, drift, and handling, it actually very closely resembles this shitbox here. So it could really go either way. It's either like that, or it's just... It's probably gonna be like that, let's be real. Like, we already saw this Navara R, which was the first side Syndicate car, so I'm assuming it's just gonna be that, but worse. Maybe the 919, I actually forgot about that one. I'm just gonna, like, wait and see. Like, there's no way of telling yet. Like, when's the update? Like, tomorrow or, like, sometime this week, so we should be finding out. I don't actually beef with Faraday. I actually use the Faraday for funny purposes. Like, imagine you're just one random guy and then I walk up and I beat you in a Faraday. How would you feel? Shit, right? That's exactly why I drive the Faraday sometimes. Nope, kill speed. Don't get in that guy's 360. Oh, this digging physics is so good. This is so good. That's ass, but we'll ignore that. Does this thing have enough to go up? It definitely does, but with a bit better execution, because this is shit. And there we go. That's a win. GG's. Whew. That's an absolute, I just realized. And Billster, what happened to you? You're usually better than this. Is there a new Huracan D class? Is there a new Huracan D class? Why? We already have one there. Why? Like, the only... Oh, wait, never mind. That's false. That's completely false. What do you mean we're... Oh, yeah, the Sterrato. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's possible. Oh, shit. No, 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 no. No, turn, you fucking... Oh, my God. Okay, at least it didn't hug the wall. No, please turn. It did not, in fact, turn. Why did he disconnect? He was in front of me. Okay, turn, you fuck... Okay. Wait, it actually did turn. No, okay, no, 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 no. Finish the race. Good. Okay, I'm definitely overheating. Like, I am actually sweating for multiplayer 1 in a car that has 2 less stars than everyone else around me. Why am I doing this? If I turn that fan on, that'll definitely kill the mic quality. I did that last time, it didn't go that well. That was in 2024, by the way. When I was recording the Black Friday review, I just had a fan blowing into my mic for the entire half of the bottom, like, last half of the video. Nah. Why did Game Love give the Mayhem and Jesco? They probably gave the Jesco for free to negate the impact that the Evo Chiron has had in Platinum 1. Otherwise, there's really no reason they would give away a car that they've gatekept for so goddamn long ever since its first release. Like, that's the only reason I can think of. I think that's Rentex that just died there. Oh, yes, yes! Like, just when this car actually behaves like exactly how you want it to, it's just the best thing ever. It just is. Like, there's no disagreeing against it. Okay. The float is appealing? Yeah, it either does that, or does it slightly worse and loses, like, all of your speed, or it just, like, does it too much and then digs halfway into the ground, doesn't no-clip into the ground, but, like, sort of just bounces back up, like, 5,000 times in a second, and then loses 500 kilometers an hour and just becomes, like, just comes to a standstill. it's either one of those three. It can either go really well, or mid, or catastrophic. You see that? That's sort of what it does. Hello, Racer Dash. Oh, shit. Hello, Racer Dash, again? You're in front of me now? What the fuck, for Intex? Okay. So, you saw the catastrophic part. Is that? I don't know, actually. I actually don't know. It's probably Verentex, but I can't tell. Why do you have to save tokens for burst of speeds? Okay, so a burst of speed event happens like twice every year. One in the summer and one around Black Friday and somewhere in November. And what it does is it usually reintroduces 6 cars back into the shop. 6 of them usually really good, although there are some cars that are really bad to for filler purposes. But usually they sell these cars 3 at a time, so a 3-car multi-pack basically. And these are basically the best value you can get from any event. Aside from, usually it's basically like special event multi-packs. But they're not the support cars, they're the main car themselves. So, a couple of these burst of speed events, a couple of the really good examples we have are actually, back in, I think this was 2023, we had the LVN and Chimera as the 2 main burst of speed cars. That's the sort of shit you can expect here. Just usually really good things. That was really good, aside from the... So I know this guy. He also runs a YouTube channel. I've been to his live streams, and he's a big fan of me, so I kind of feel sorry for him. But, burst of speed isn't shit. That could also be a fair statement because these cars vastly outperform everything over here, which is what burst of speeds usually offer. They don't offer, the top-end cars, but, close to top-end. And the gap has gotten pretty big, and these cars aren't usually available. But, still, if you don't have anything near, this range, I'm saying, somewhere between the Tuatara to the Aurora, for example. If you don't have anything good, competitive in this sort of range, then it is definitely worth saving for. And that's basically what that event is. And the best part is, you don't have any requirements. There is no requirement for these. Just the multi-packs come up on the shop, you spend tokens, they're, you know, special event packs are condition locked. You don't have those, any sort of, requirements. You just need a shit ton of tokens. Drive the fucking DeVille. Watch your language. You're not the one running the stream. Only I am aware. Only I am allowed to swear. Why am I not able to speak English? Not again. Okay, shit, no, that's bad. I outbreak myself. Nope. Actually, that works. That works perfectly fine. And let me... Yes! Yes! In English, actually. You all drop F-bombs? Well, on Discord I care slightly less. But it's also only limited to non-offensive cases. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. So I'm just saying, like... Yeah, see, like... let me just read what he just said out loud. Dude, drive the damn DeVille. Now, is it fair... I'm just gonna ask you, like, I'm just gonna ask you without any implications. Is it fair to understand that as bossing me around? That's what I'm saying. Like, you can swear at me all you want if it's supposed to be funny, but that I don't think it is. So... The stream lagged out? It's not on my side. I have 0 drop frames so far. It's always at a constant, steady 10,000 kilobits per second for me. Drop the F pawn? Since when did you start playing chess? Okay, that's a single barrel, which is really, really bad for this specific car, because it has 0 drift acceleration. And I also lost a perfect run over there, so... You know, that somehow works. That also, by some complete miracle, is fine. How am I already in second? And I almost got first. Although not really, but like... Actually, no, this is 0.1 second. That was actually a really interesting outcome. Like, right after the initial single barrel, I thought, okay, this race is already toast. Server problem? I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure. You're not bossing me around, and you're just having the honor to say drive the damn DeVille. Honor and damn don't really go well together. I mean, I don't... Okay, so I'm just gonna say this, like, I'm not instantly judging that you are. I'm just saying, like, is that what you're doing? Because it sort of... I would think other people in this same situation would also judge this situation the way that I did. I'm just saying... That's if you were trying to not trying to be offensive, you should have probably worded it a bit differently, but here you go. You spent 44k to get the Jessica. Was this a good decision? Yes. Just yes. I have a ton of stream delay. I mean, I really don't know what's going on. Like, on my side, it's just perfectly fine. Maybe I'll check the Ethernet connection, or maybe it's my GPU. I do not know. Oh, shit. I have no shockwave here? Oh, wait. No, I do have shockwave, but I would have rather not done that. That is not the best situation to be in. Please go over. Yes. Oh, no, that's too fast. That's too fast. Yep, that's too fast. You know, I'm not doing this. Yeah. Okay, so you actually weren't trying to be offensive? Okay, so if you're not trying to be offensive, Drive the fucking Devel sort of reeks of hostility, so you should probably not say it like that. I guess it was a misunderstanding? Everything's fine then. But yeah, probably you gotta change that if you don't want any unnecessary arguments like these. Thanks, though. Your battery's been at 1% for 10 minutes? Oh yeah, that's actually something I wanted to tell you. 1% battery doesn't actually mean 1% battery because the phone actually has no way of knowing how much power is left in the battery. It actually estimates that you would have dropped to this power level by now, and that assumption is based on what programs have been running for how long. And usually they sort of give it like a margin of error. Usually they try to estimate it a bit lower, so it has sort of a margin. So, like, you wouldn't want your phone's battery to actually die when the gauge read 5%, for example. So they sort of like make it reach 1% a bit more quickly, and that's why 1% stays on there for a bit longer. It's just like they're playing it sort of safe. Like, they're just letting you know you should probably charge your phone. You should probably charge your phone. Like, that's what it does. Devel's ground excel is actually kind of good, yeah. Unless you're going above 350, then the ground excel is kind of crap. Unless you're using Nitro. My gameplay aids your ADHD? So do I. Like, so does... It aids mine as well, is what I'm trying to say. That I don't think that's... Ignore that and move on. No, this is not where you want to be. You are not getting boosted off of me, that's for sure. I know how to drive around people, unlike the other NPCs around here. Seriously though, like, most of the people that complain about being blocked in classic multiplayer, funnily enough, don't try to drive around where their opponent's gonna be in the next few seconds. They don't try to avoid it, they just... I mean, if you're behind someone, and you're heading the exact same way as the other guy, the chances are he's still gonna be in front of you by the time you get there. Reroute yourself. What mayhem? Every support 4 stars. I don't know what you're talking about. All of my supports are gold. This is not of my concerns. What type of controller should you buy? Just anything mainstream. Like, usually just stay within the realms of Xbox or PlayStation is what I would do. Because, like, you never know with, third parties. If you actually no, just ask other people. I've only used Xbox controllers for my entire life. I don't actually have that many good recommendations, but I'll just say, aside from it breaking all the time, Xbox controllers, when they're working, sort of give me good performance. Okay, I guess we're going here now. Usually I'll take the inside line there, but that's only when I'm not in multiplayer and I have infinite tries up my ass. That did not go well, but I'm still first. I don't care. And there we go. You hate it when Devel doesn't want to float when you want it to? Yeah, but you should also equally hate it when it floats when you don't want it to. Because that's also a possibility with these wide-ass cars. You can sort of control this thing, but like... Yeah, the thing is, this thing accelerates while floating. I mean, getting checked can't really do much damage, can it? Also, if you're not diagnosed and you actually do have ADHD, that's gonna bite you harder in the future. So yeah, definitely try to convince her harder. That's really bad. Hopefully shouldn't be too big of a deal. That might just be a problem. Never mind, it's not a problem at all. Not a deal whatsoever. That was nice. Although I'm pretty sure you can do like 57, 56 here. I'm pretty sure. How am I doing? I'm doing alright, aside from my bad neck. Thanks for asking, though. Is the New York trick faster for Devel? Yeah, because like otherwise you have to when you're on the ground. Number one, that ground is bumpy as heck, so you don't actually stay on the ground. Number two, it's also you have to steer as well, so you actually just tank your regular acceleration anyway. Overall, it is better to just go for that air because you at least have some acceleration. You don't have deceleration, which is what you get if you try to go there just on the ground. Okay, that's wide. Oh my god, that was actually so good. Okay, how'd I miss that bottle, though? That does not work. That's an F5 thing. No, but like that curb abuse in the middle was just so perfect. That's gonna be in the next video. I think I actually have enough to make one right now. I'm not gonna edit a video on stream though. That's ridiculous. You want RAM? Sorry, I'm using all of it. Like yeah, you gotta keep in mind, I use Blender and I edit videos. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM that is there for a reason. None of it gets left unused. I've maxed it out like 3 times, actually. Okay, this is capital of the world. And it's actually a bit of a challenge to get around here. Yeah, because of that bit, it just fucks you up. If you just miss one beat, it just kills you. By the way, despite the bad aerosol, you definitely do want to go this way. And take this barrel too. Oh shit. Okay, oh. I've killed him twice in this stream, I do feel bad. Yeah, the RAM has definitely gone up in price. I didn't even buy any new RAM, but like I can definitely feel it. Like, just all over the, what do you call it? Yeah. Generative AI in general, I don't really get the purpose of it. Like, it would be like what I think AI should be in like an ideal world is a tool like, for example, real-time translators. That would be really convenient, right? Like, not all of us has the money or the power to hire translator, like, actual people to translate the stuff we say everywhere we go. But, like, it was supposed to be a tool. Why are we making it a person? Is my biggest point of argument, usually. And yeah, in Industrial Revolution, in this specific track, you actually do go this way, because given that you're not like blocked in or rather pit maneuvered at the last second by the other car, you actually land and don't lose speed at all. You just have a 550 landing. You also want shockwave there, but I didn't get that. Overall, I think I have like a 58 here. Didn't take that many tries, but I have a 58.7, I think. Yeah. When will the AI bubble burst? When the... I don't know, like, they're gonna try their best to keep it going, and the richest 1% has, like, all of the money in the world, so I don't know when it'll stop, but I hope it'll stop eventually, and I just hope it's as soon as it can be possible. I know, like, that's not the type of AI that I'm going against. Like, artificial intelligence that is actually, like, specifically designed for a specific just for a certain field, those can be better than any human can possibly ever be. I know that, and I don't disagree. But why are we trying to make, like, AGI, artificial general intelligence? Like, we already have people, 8 billion of them, in fact. What's wrong with that? Like, why do we want extra... Okay, that's just bad. Yeah, this room is definitely hot in here. We're gonna put the stream on hold because it's like actually too hot. I'm gonna deal with this heat and then get back to you. All right?
When you burn me out like a cigarette, yeah. Drifting in the city, no sleep. Don't know where we headed for next. Maybe we should get lost in a sweet escape. You tease me and you touch me. I'm going crazy about it. Keep saying that it's nothing. So tell me what to do.
chasing the sun, and all my fears are on the run. Can take my freedom. Now you can take my freedom. It's like I'm walking on water, and all the waves don't even bother. Listen to my kingdom, and you can take my freedom. It's like I'm chasing the sun, and all my fears are on the run. Can take my freedom. Now you can take my freedom. It's like I'm walking on water, and all the waves don't even bother. Listen to my kingdom, and you can take my freedom. Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Listen every part of me, I'm free from what I'm living in. Music is my therapy, dancing is my medicine. Listen every part of me. So don't tell me you want me just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party with my homies. We can take it slowly, we can take it slow. So don't tell me you want me just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party with my homies. We can take it slowly, we can take it slow. Because music is my therapy, therapy, therapy. Music is my therapy, therapy, therapy. Music is my therapy, therapy, therapy. Music is my therapy, therapy. So don't tell me you want me just because you're lonely, just because you saw me at the party with my homies. We can take it slowly, we can take it slow.
All right, let's get on with that now. I forgot to turn this fan off. Holy shit, I'm bad. Yeah, I'm back now. And yes, there we go. The sound isn't bad. Well, I'm pretty sure some of you will disagree. Anyway, we're gonna get back to this now. Viewers decreased? Yeah, no shit. I had the stream on hold for like 5 minutes or 10 or whatever that was. They'll return, I guess, in a bit. Okay, that's Path of the Wind, which is one of the worst tracks for this car. Nice. Hey, do you even take that? Okay, you definitely don't take that. You definitely don't take that. Okay. Continue hating on AI, but keep in mind that the billionaires don't give a flying fuck. That's exactly the point I was trying to make. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, you've actually made me run out of patience. I'm timing you out. I don't care. I just don't care. Like, That is exactly what I was trying to say for the past how many minutes? Fucking go away. Okay. When am I gonna change my in-game name to Rick Astley? I'm not. Okay, this is mode finale. What you do here is, yeah, as this guy is doing, you go here. Get this yellow bottle. Four fast spins, which is not what this is. Anyway. Now it's just trying to recover this mess. What the fuck is this? Oh, they're all right in front of me, though. That's an SF90, and I'm not beating him, because this is a ramp section. And I'm not gonna get knocked down by you, but you overtook me anyway, okay. The inconsistency is sometimes very appallingly bad. This is one of those cases. Rarely happens, though. Just sometimes when it does happen, it just goes like that. I'm losing to a Russian? I'm not gonna offend any Russian people, okay? You're not making me do that. Not the best float, but good enough. Oh shit! Oh, how did I miss that? How did I actually avoid dying there? This is still NCS? Oh, it is. Interesting. Okay, are you guys making nationality jokes or what? What? Why? What's the problem with you guys? What do I think about making my own album called Ear Rape and just spam things on my guitar? No. Which is what the entire album and all like 15 soundtracks is just. Is that what you want? Is that I'm not gonna question it. Why did I just use that RAM? I'm gonna develop, bro. What the fuck? And I am not winning against that guy for sure. You hate lone wolves with a good car? Why? Just why, though? Like, what if there were some times where I wasn't in a club when I was driving here. Like, would you hate me? No, 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 no. Oh, shit, that was actually close, though. Like, you can't lie, I almost had that. Nope. Okay, no. There goes that. I mean, that is what you expect when you drive the Absolute, actually. DeVille is just overrated? What do you mean? Are you trying to say that in front of me? Anyway. Yeah, Absolute has good airexcel, Imperium doesn't. Imperium also still has that speed loss debuff that the pre-nerf DeVille had, which is also really annoying. Okay, that's not good. That's even worse. No, 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 behave. Absolute drift is, but yeah, it is basically gambling for life, or in this case, your win, or whatever. And you know, I'm bored of this car. Let's go with this. Do I think there's going to be any more cars in the future that has 100 plus on their stat? Yes! Literally every single car in their top speed department. Got him. Okay, can you not? Move, please. You know, I'm just gonna be happy with the fact that I'm not dead last. Okay. Did Oxy send another message? Oh yeah, he said hi. Okay, hello. I'm just not looking at the live chat when I'm racing, and by the time I look back at it, you're already like above the first half of the live chat, so I just... yeah. That's what happens most of the times. Anyway, we're gonna try and see if CCF50 actually is that good, or if I just got skill issued. So. Less than 100 top speed, but with... yeah, that actually is gonna be really interesting, actually. Like, give it infinite nitro and, like, a plus 300 top speed boost, put it in B class. And basically just, like, Renault Deezer and S18. That's basically what that is. That wasn't that bad. It's actually very pleasant to drive. Although I did kill, like, everyone. Is XJR non-competitive to the SF90s? Probably not, let's be real. Not in Classic, at least. How do you do a dog catch in the Meiji Rush part? I mean, at the start, you need airspeed to register, so what you have to do is steer to the right as far as you can, because the right side, the ground is dug downwards on the right side, so it's easier to trigger airspeed, because your car, relative to the ground, will be higher up. Actually, it took me a bit of thinking to figure that one out, but apparently that's how you do it. That guy just got erased. I just saw you 360ing, sir. How are you gonna explain that, or? Oh shit, no, that's... You know what, I'm gonna kill myself. Cause that was just me failing a Bright Nitro just spectacularly. Oh wait, I blocked him again! You know, I'm gonna let him pass. I actually do feel bad for that. Oh, hello. I guess you're not interested in winning anymore. Go finish. You know what? Yeah, just go finish the race. Like. There's actually a decent chance that he doesn't actually get a -10 if he finishes now, cause like, I'll damp most of the blow. Slipstream or Ghost in MP1? I mean, we did have Ghost MP, which hasn't returned in a surprisingly long time. Well, that actually worked really well. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it! I did it! Oh, no, 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 no! I fucking did it! Oh, shit. No, no, avoid the ceiling. Okay. There's still an ad? What do you mean? No, I definitely turned that off. Let me check again. It's definitely set to manual. If you refresh the stream, it's gonna have an ad when you first started. I didn't turn the monetization off entirely, but I definitely have disabled mid-roll ads, so if it's something but not me. No, XGR9 definitely works. I've already verified that, but like not when there's a lot of Excel cars like clustered together. That's the main drawback. You need to be able to pick them off one by one, then it works. Why does that guy take, like, all the heat I just randomly generated? I actually feel sorry for that guy now. And that guy, too. I've knocked him down, like, 4 times now. How am I alive? That is a very good question. That is genuinely a very good question. The only thing that is meta in this game is skills. That used to be true. Until shit like the DeVille Absolutum in Imperium came out. That used to be true. Especially Imperium, because that thing just, I mean, 88 Ground Excel, I think, at gold, with Drift Excel. Doesn't matter if it has 0 Air Excel, that's just gonna be way too easy to drive, and it floats. That's a problem. I have a problem with that car. Please cancel the drift. No, oh, you fuck. Okay, what? No. Never mind. Devel still takes some skill. I mean, I meant pre-nerf. But, like, yeah, it does take some now. But it's still, like, dummy-proof in like, Ghost Slipstream like this one. So what's the point of 432 speed when the acceleration on the XJR9 is below 70? Oh, you were arguing with another guy? Okay, that just made it really awkward. Yeah, we're gonna ignore that bit then. Sorry. Fire versus Dark Hyper. We already saw that in the last ESL. That's the only thing I can base off of, because I don't actually, know Fire that much, but he did beat Dark Hyper in the last esports event, so... That is the point of XJR9, and it's 432 speed when the XL is below 70. It has 86 or 84 nitro to back its ass up. That's basically what that is. Yes. 5-star overclock? You mean the XJR? I mean, actually, how much does overclock give? Yeah, that's gonna be enough from 5 stars. Oh yeah, at 2 stars the nitro is kind of not there. I know that stock XTR has like 60 something nitro. So 2 stars probably not anywhere above 70. Yeah, that's not gonna work if you have it 2 stars. 1-star Venom is fun to drive? I'm not sure. Max Venom is probably more fun to drive, so in comparison it's not. But compared to other cars, I guess I see where you're coming from. Who's the Game Explainers channel? Who is the Game Explainers channel? I do not know who that is. And if you hate him, you probably shouldn't have brought him up, because now other people are going to search it up and boost his engagement. Probably don't do that. Like, if you really hate someone, just bury them online, is what I'm saying. That's what you're supposed to do, not give them more attention. Speaking of the devil, though, like, we do have an F5 next to us. That I think it's like 3 stars. He made a mistake, I can see that. Never mind, he's still faster than me. Okay, he's gonna win that. He's definitely gonna win that one. I would still argue this is not as bad of a car as you were making it sound like. Although I gotta say, these 3 cars are just free tries, and when any car's free try, its average skill level of its users drop by like 80%. It just plummets. Yeah, there is someone going around by the name Scribbles Dog. I actually personally kind of find it funny. XGR9 can compete with some mid S-class cars. Let me check. It can't compete with anything above this, which is actually low-mid, I would say. Low-mid range is what this... Actually, no, this is just straight-up low-end, because stuff like this exists now. So, like, mid-S is... Mid-S is what I would say to cars like Regera and above. Regera... Between Regera and Mazzanti, I would say, or actually just a Pure Sport. Pure Sport is not mid. Maybe? Somewhere here, because Jesco's definitely not mid, so somewhere here is where mid-S ends. This is sort of where mid-S starts. I do not see a single car that XGR9 can beat here. Like, as much as I hate the Torino, it's basically... Actually, will it beat... No, it probably won't. It just genuinely... Even Torino would win. You've beaten 4.7 ranked S classes and 3-star rushes. Yeah. Now, the problem is that you're basing it off of a case where each car is driven by a differently skilled person. When you remove that factor, my point kind of stands. I definitely hate Torino. I haven't driven this thing since the last time I recorded the Black Friday video, actually, which is 2024. This car's been collecting dust for over a year, and for good fucking reason. I hate it. Actually, I might have probably driven it, like, once in the way to, like, show how bad it is, but even that's, like, I'm not really sure, and if it's, like, I can't even verify that. Oh yeah, I did use it in the 12-hour stream, I forgot. Yeah. I forgot that one. Can we buy 1 million Syndicoins and syndicates, or do you have to buy blueprints? What makes you think I know? I can't even understand that question. Like, I have 2 brain cells and they're all busy racing this car. Why? Hold on a minute. Why the fuck am I in a Mazzanti? What the fuck? I mean, all I'm meeting is, like, owls, which this thing I'm pretty sure this thing can beat owls. Actually, what's the top speed? Oh, it's, like, identical. Okay, this is not going to beat an owl with perfect driving. You want a Plat 3 race with a free Tri-Teorema? Again, it depends on when you're in Plat 3. For example, if this was, like, Day 3 Plat 3, I don't even know if that exists these days, but, like, if that was the case, then yes, anything can happen. But, like, on, like, the last day, for example, there's, like, the people remaining in Plat 3 aren't, like, the brightest individuals in, like, skill-wise. I'm probably offending, like, 80% of my audience, though, so I'll stop. We're gonna go to the owl and see if that's actually correct. Actually, you know what? Let's go and apply the $100 anime decal just to piss people off. God forbid. Or whatever that's supposed to be. I only have 2 brain cells. Yes, that is true. One is used to determine whether an opponent is front of me or not. The other is the other one decides how I should overtake said opponent if it's there. That's actually sort of like how a snail's brain works. Like, am I hungry and is there food is basically the entire logic of a snail. I very admire such simple lifestyles. I wish I could be a snail. Is this too high? Nope, it isn't. That's too wide, though. Why am I floating in this? To get shockwave, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let me get this. Didn't really work. I'm gonna win this. I won that. And my hand hurts. That's +3? Hold on. I guess Rose was there. If I was a snail, I'd be SpongeBob's pet. No, SpongeBob would be my pet. I would not allow myself being a pet of someone else. I do not enjoy that. Snail can't drive Devel? Yeah, but does a snail need to drive Devel? No. That's what I meant. I admire such a simple lifestyle. I think I saw a Tuatara somewhere in this race though, so I should probably be careful. Yeah, I think I can see him in second place now. Because that guy's catching up in unbelievable speeds. Can an owl go this way? Sort of, yes. That wasn't the best way to do it, but it certainly is one way to do it. Man, this card brings me back some memories, though. Like, when I first got this thing from, like, one of those events or something, I used to love this thing, because, like, back then I'm pretty sure I didn't have Nevera Golden. And just overall, I mean, it's a really high acceleration car, and it used to be high-end, actually. Because of how much of S-Class right now was missing back then. Like, when this car was relevant, we didn't have anything here. We had the Venom, we didn't even have the CCA50, I believe. And I'm pretty sure it's actually old. Yeah, it's definitely older than Bullied. It's just really old. I think electric cars should spit lightning instead of nitro. That is a good idea, however, they will not implement it because they are lazy, and they haven't for the past 8 years now, so they're definitely not going to do it now. This works. Use it again. I used to run it in this exact color, actually. I like this sort of, like, dark reddish hue. I like this one. Uncle Car. 1 year later by the Jumeirah, yeah, so that's, like, really old. Is that a muscler that I just heard? I think it is. Which is a problem. Never mind, he went that way. Sort of back on his tail. Not anymore. He's just gonna keep on accelerating if he knows what he's doing. He does not know what he's doing. Yo, why the fuck would you go over there? What is he doing? Okay, what am I doing? Apparently I was cooking, I just didn't realize it. Nice. What was S-Elite? I'm pretty sure it was Path of the Wind back then. I remember Tuatara being king for a long while there. If I fail that with an S-Class, what? Let me try that again in a Centenario. Oh yeah, rate the color, by the way. Look at this. Jesco or Tuatara overall, I would still go with Jesco. Tuatara is only like... In Ghost, Tuatara definitely doesn't work. In Classic, it actually shines a bit, though. Oh yeah, Centenario is gonna get the Evo tune soon. Please stop making new Evo cars. I'm gonna use the Razor more than the Centenario after that. Actually, no, I already use this more than the Centenario to begin with. Why would Tuatara be king there? Path of the Wind has 0 corners, pretty much. The track heavily favors top speed and nitro, and acceleration if it has it. That's all the Tuatara has. It values handling as worthless, Path of the Wind. Tuatara, believe it or not, actually is just faster than the F5 on Path of the Wind because of that longer nitro. Dodge, what are you doing? You just headbutted the train. And I was like right next to you. You're on camera now. Why'd you do that? You're gonna clip that? Don't worry, I'm gonna clip it too. That was actually funny though, thank you. You expected it to be as sharp as the Venom? I mean, Jesco is a 2019 car. Venom was introduced in like 2020... I think it was 2022. Wait, was it? I'm pretty sure, yeah. It's either 2021 or 22. They have quite a lot of time between them. And the Venom was introduced later than the Jescos to dethrone the Jesco. So Jesco is objectively worse, but Jesco is also a little bit easier if you have them like if you have the F5 at lower stars. Just in general, Jesco is a bit more bashable. Like you can do sort of like whatever, like you can act sort of recklessly, and the car will sort of tank it, at least compared to F5. How do I clip the video? I have an in the OBS studio. I have a 3-minute replay buffer that's constantly recording, but it discards any footage that I don't choose. When I press the save button, it saves the past 3 minutes. That's stored in the RAM, which is also why I have which is also one of the reasons I have a lot of RAM on my PC. There's one down. See what I mean? Like, you can sort of, like, just throw it around everywhere, it'll take it. You do that with this bullied, for example, the car will not enjoy that. What do you mean, give Muscler Evo? No, that's gonna break it more! Clip it is not a slang or a meme, or, well, it's sort of a meme, I guess, but, like, it's not a slang, like... Well, maybe it's a slang, I'm just saying, like, it's sort of, like, self-explanatory once you know what that actually is. Muscler Heavy Tune will... Please stop! Please stop! Just... No. I don't want that. Also, Muscler's already, like, sort of fine as it is. Like, especially in Slipstream multiplayers like these, you'll be surprised at how good it actually is. Aside from the inconsistent drift, the only problem that the Muscler has is the relatively sluggish start. Because it can't really save nitro or gain nitro by drifting when it's not at top speed, because the drift acceleration is just so much worse than every other car near it. As a result, it has a hard time balancing between the two of those. But given that you don't have that problem, for example in Slipstream, you just get infinite nitro at the start, you're gonna drive it really nicely. How did I miss both bottles there? If you want something to break the game with Evo tuning, just give Devel a light Evo tune. Like, what else do you want? If you really want to kill the game off after 8 years, yes, go ahead. Jesco looks more fun than the F5. Yeah, you can just, like... Yeah, you can throw it around. You don't need as much precision. F5 becomes a bit more serious, I think that's the best way I can put it. That is not something I'm gonna pay when I have less than half. Like, just over 5,000. With the Jesco, I mean, that's fair, I guess, but, like, this is more of... Okay, so you know how to drive the Tryon, right? This is basically, like, driving a Tryon, but a lot better in, like, pretty much every single aspect. Like, treat it like a bit like a Tryon more than the F5. This is an older car. Its origins are a bit closer to the Tryon. Back when cars were relatively normal, this is the most broken of them all. That's really bad. And floaties sort of work with, well, most of its speed, like 90, no, not even, like 95% of its speed can be retained in these sort of floats. Neutral absolute with cracked Derrick cell? I would not like to see any of that happen. Light absolute would probably just break the game then and there, though. Just realized. Your top two? What, an MP2? Nice. No, 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 please, please, work. Take the barrel. No, you fucking idiot! Okay, with that bombshell. Okay, that's not gonna be a friendly ramp. No! Yeah, you sort of have to be a bit gentle with the wall rides on this thing. It does tend to flip if you just... if the angle isn't that smooth, just like that one. $600, by the way, is not the limit. Like... The fake speed caps at 600. The real speed, which is 400 real speed translates to 600 display speed. But if you look at the Devel's airspeed, for example, it's 430. Like somewhere around that. Like we already broke the 600 airspeed a long time ago. Like it can go however as fast as it wants. The speed just won't display as anything higher than 600. But you can go faster. The NSX has been obsolete for as long as I can remember, actually. Like, the NSX being useful is, like... it sort of ended by the time the Gallardo was out and around, basically. And that's like a really long time ago by this point. I mean, it's here now. This is low mid-C now. Because this all exists. Like, I'm pretty sure it's closer to this end of the C-class than the other one. Okay, let's finish our Just Go fuels. If we... okay, we don't have any. Okay, Satamo time. Is this a good idea? Probably not. Am I still gonna do it? Fucking yes! Let's do it. Most of the OG cars in Asphalt 9 are obsolete. Tryon somehow survived most of it. Like, I mean, it's no longer viable in Legend League, but like where it stands, which is like low-end platinum, it's still standing, which is ridiculous. Oh, the Wyra BC too. Like, Wyra BC. This is probably the least power crept car in the entire game. This is one of the 49 launch cars, by the way. This car was there since February 2018. It's still decent. I'm pretty sure that's like the only car that has that. Like, the next one you see is the 918, which has actually been nerfed to the ground. This used to be the king. It was kind of too good, so they just killed the rank. So this thing's just here now. Sort of like same rank as Vanda, but generally just worse. And then there's this. It's good because of the nitro. I mean, which one? The Wyra? I mean, yes. And the top speed is also decent. And it also has some level of float, although not really relevant these days. Because you have shit like the Imola, which is... Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like... Wyra has withstanded it, like, just about as good as you could expect any car to. Tryon has good float? Yeah, Tryon has good float. It's one of the... Actually, it had the best float in the entire game when it first came out. It's just that we didn't know that floaties existed at all until a year after Jesco got released. We didn't discover that, but... Which is also why Tryon got shit on all the time, and Fenner was regarded as king. Because it had longer nitro. Everything was a lot easier back then, just basically. Because nobody knew how to actually drive. Like, if you did this... Like, if you did my sort of driving back then, you would just be on the cheater board then and there. Oh shit, that's a truck. I wasn't paying that much attention. That's... okay. I can make this work. Not really, but it still sort of works. So there's that. The Genty is good. That's your take on the Genty? Okay, so we're gonna do a poll. We're gonna ask you guys, the rest of you guys, and then we'll see how many people actually agree with you. The majority actually says the Genty is still good. And you know what? That's actually true. I definitely agree. Genty is actually a good car. Handling is a bit stiff, but like it has good acceleration, it has decent top speed, it has overall this is completely viable. Like top speed, alright, check. Acceleration, not the best, but that's certainly on the better side. 70 nitro, I'll take it. Handling isn't the best, but it's certainly not the worst. Like, what else do we have that has really shitty handling? I mean, this thing's here, like, for crying out loud. This is a lot better than that. So, I'm just here to say, your take isn't as hot as you think it is. What's a cheater board? Basically, it's a separate leaderboard that's, that has, like, people flagged as potential cheaters inside them. And they cannot match with people that aren't in the cheater board, so they're sort of like separated from the rest of the clean player base. Basically that. That's a 1-to-1, I think. Or something like that. It's probably a 1-to-1, because who would have a Chimera at this rank? Is it? Can you even get the Chimera at this rank? Is that an Agira RS? That's an Agira RS. Damn. He's driving not very well since he's still in line of sight. But you know what? He won the race, I'll give him that. No, cheater boards do not affect the drop rate. That guy's just shitposting misinformation. No, don't try to get on cheater boards. It's just gonna mean you're not gonna be able to match against anybody. Okay, by the way, can I just say another one? This is probably the hotter take. SC20 is a good car and you guys shit on it for no reason at all. I said it. From 1-to-1 to Chimera to Agira, I mean, genuinely speaking, you cannot tell those three cars apart because they're basically the same car until you get close enough to see what the wings look like. Okay, that's a Deville. That's no longer a Deville, it's just something that used to be one. Pretty sure he's gonna catch up by the end of this race, though. Because this is such a long track with the portals. What in the lag spike was that? I have a 3080 Ti, I'm on the lowest possible graphics. Still lags. That guy's gonna leave the track. How did he respawn here? Yeah, that Deville's back. That's just what it do be like sometimes. You can do everything right and you might sometimes still lose. That's basically life. Alright, let's do something else. Probably not an A class, I want to go back up here again. Not with anything here, though. Sort of lower. Lower. Something really obsolete, perhaps? Or... why can I not decide on fucking anything? Have I played Asphalt 8? Yeah, actually, yes. I think I could actually stream Asphalt 8. Although... I probably shouldn't, because I'm a complete ass at it. And I also have, like, my S-Class is, like, decent, and then everything else I don't have just at all. Veyron? Alright, we'll do LVN first, and then we're gonna do Veyron, and then we're gonna do some other shitboxes, I guess. How many tokens do you need to get the jet skill from 4 to 6 stars? 4 stars, so it's 70, 85, that's 155 blueprints. 6 per pack, assume that. That's... I'm gonna bring up the calculator after this race, because I'm too lazy to do it by head, and I'm too busy racing anyway. Okay, I don't know how that kills your car, but it does, and I'm probably going to lose all 20 of my points. Because I'm an elder now, and the game hates you for doing that. Yeah. Hold on a minute, 155 blueprints, so just calculator. I'm too lazy. 155 divided by 5.7 actually, and then times that by, how much do they cost? 900, I'm pretty sure. You need 25,000, 24,400, just 25k, so my estimations were actually really accurate. Alternatively, oh wait, do I even have those packs? I'm pretty sure I don't, actually. Yeah, I don't. Hold on, do you get any bundles for that, actually? Nope, nope. 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 Okay, we have packs here. I guess we could look at these rates. Man, where are the Jesco? Are they up here? Did I just not see them? Oh, they're like here. Oh wait, no, that's the Regira. Where are the... Does it just, like, remove the... I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Hold on. Oh, yeah, they're there. Okay, so that makes about as no difference as 10% total, so that's not that far off. I still have the old shop? Yeah, I still have the old shop. I'm kind of glad that I do. Why are these up for sale? And this thing's been dropping in price every time I've seen it, which really pisses me off. Okay. Nothing to see in the shop. Utopia is not garbage, but it's certainly not that good either. Where is it? It's probably free try. Yeah, so the problem with the Utopia is... Every time you align your drift, there's a small chance that it just, like, sort of snaps to one direction and kills all your speed. You've never seen the Veyron? Yeah, that's kind of because it's shit. But yeah, I'll do that after this one. Actually, now that I'm looking at that Muscler, I'm pretty sure using a Veyron might have been better. Eris does that too? Eris does it as well, but, like, this one's much worse. This and the SF90XX. And the regular SF90, actually, if you haven't noticed. But you have to beat that one a little bit harder for it to react the same way. This one just does it all the time. The car is... yeah, it is ugly. Who's chasing me right behind me? What is that car? What happened to him? Oh, don't tell me he's still gonna win that. He's still gonna win that. I hate that. And he emoted me. How much does the Jesco key cost in my region? The exact same as every other region. Korea does not have cheap pricing. I don't know why you would think it does, but it doesn't. The new shop layout seems objectively worse. It's just cluttered. Like, you would think that having less scrolling here and have everything inside smaller menus, and then putting those smaller menus into a large menu would work. It doesn't. You just have to click more times. That's what it is. Utopia, yeah, when the Utopia punches, the drift does get sharper. However, the problem is this thing does not punch at all. So it's kind of worthless. In that sense. It's basically Imola if you couldn't float it. That's what it is. It's not really that good. I mean, you don't have to scroll right now either. What you can do is do this and go here. Alternatively, if you're on a PC, you can just use your scroll wheel. Like, it all works. Oh wait, that's the wrong button. Alright, let's do something different with this now. What car are we gonna use? Oh yeah, the Veyron. God help me. If I get something like Tuscany, I'm just gonna die. A very violent death at that. Should you spend tokens to max the Jesco? If you have enough tokens to max the Jesco, absolutely. That's the complete no-brainer right there. That, like, if you can buy it and get it, you absolutely should with the Jesco. LVN's also just worse in terms of lap times. That is a Devel, that is a Tryon, that is a Striker. I'm gonna die here. Definitely doesn't stop me from trying, though. No, no, okay, barely avoided that wall. This thing's such a boat. No, you fuck! No! I almost had that! Bruh! Well, that went a lot better than it probably would have. GG's. Yeah, the Veyron is basically the Veyron. You see this 81 acceleration? It's actually like Nitro Accel's closer to like 20. That's how bad it feels, genuinely. The handling, look at the handling, that's 49, which is sort of the same as the F5. The problem is, this thing floats worse than the Regira. You finally saw someone with 3 times more credits than I do? Yeah, I mean, there are people like that. Yeah, that definitely exists. Just not me. Try the Senna? Definitely not in Ghost Slipstream, because that's what it is right now. I am not doing that. That's basically just shooting myself in the foot. I was gonna say head, but YouTube's probably gonna demonetize me for that. I will, however, use this. Korean Food Festival? What even is that? I live in Korea. I genuinely don't know what that is. The limit is 2 billion? Yeah, the limit is actually hard capped at 2 billion. The reason is, at 2.147 billion, which is the integer limit for 32 bits, it becomes negative 2 billion, and you definitely don't want that to happen. Actually, you could go above 2 billion for a brief time when Game Loaf just didn't expect anyone to get past that number, but when they did, just before Unite, and they ended up capping it to 2 billion alongside the Unite update. Am I a native Korean? Yes. That's not where I want it to go, but it works. That one doesn't really work. What the fuck was that? Hello there, Speedtail. How would you like to lose to the shittiest high-end S-Class car in the entire game? The lowest setting doesn't really lag. I'm just here for, like, the... Like, higher graphics actually clutter your screen and make it worse for racing. That's basically what that is. What did I do for the past 2 hours? Just fool around with ship boxes like this in multiplayer. The exact same thing I used to do all the time, basically. Oh no! Oh no, that was a big mistake. That's gonna be a -20, yes. Okay, so we're not gonna use that anymore. Actually, do I even want to keep bothering with this? I don't, actually. Well, what tracks do I get? If it's bad, I'm not gonna register. Vineyard, straight, revival. Okay, that's already ass. I don't care. Go away. The Vera R feels like an SUV with that drift. Yeah, funnily enough, the Teorema has better radius. No, I'm not interested. What about this? I'm doubly not interested. Let's just go with private lobbies. The rules are always the same. You see this lobby? You can join, you can play one race, and then you have to leave it. You can rejoin after you leave it, but don't play 2 races in a row. Until we don't have enough users to fill, like... yeah, until we don't have enough players to, fill this lobby all the time. Then you can rejoin and play 2 races in a row. Until then, yeah. Also, please don't tell me this is everyone that's joining right now. Anyway. While that's going, we're gonna... What map do we go? You know what? I'm gonna torture all of you, Chicago. We're gonna go to fucking Vertigo, and I'm gonna keep using this. So you're very much going to win against me, very likely. That's not grammar, that's spelling. Anyway. With a pink SRT8, we're gonna do that later. For now, I'm just gonna let everyone beat me up while I'm in a 3-star Navera R in Chicago. Alright, let's start the race. Overload oh my god. April 1st. Oh yeah! Thank you for reminding me of that. Actually. So before we start the race, I want to tell you guys something. I have a dream, alright? I want something to happen on April 1st of this year. There's like a bunch of you watching right now. So I'm going to tell you what that is. On April 1st, doesn't matter about your time zone, just do it in April 1st. What I want you to do is go here edit name, and set it to this. I want as many people as possible to join in on this for one day. Just one day. Please. Like, this is gonna be funny. Like, infest the leaderboards with this. It'll be worth it. It's 60 tokens changing and back. It's not that much, hopefully. What do you mean 30 tokens is way too much? Like, you earn double that in a day from these, like, daily task things. But yeah, definitely, actually, you know what? You know I have a Discord server, right? In the Discord server, if you do participate in this small, like, event thing, I will give you a special role that says you participated in this event. And you're gonna be able to flex your OG-ness to every newcomer that doesn't have that role. How does that sound? Why are you guys losing to a 3-star Navera R, though? That's your previous name? No! You're not the one requesting that. Okay, so... yeah, I had that idea for quite a while now. I think that's one of the reasons I gave you that name. If I remember what happened correctly. But anyway, like, that's besides the point. We want that. We want that to happen. Oh, your time attack is 2-star? Okay, that explains it. What are you doing? Are you clipping the race or what? Am I stuck in an infinite loading screen? Never mind. We're not. Why did you... yeah, why did you use a Camaro? Wait, you requested a role for me? No, okay, so I didn't remember that one. But I guess you can get it now. Yeah. Am I gonna max the TA? Depends on how much time and effort I'm willing to put in it. This is the... I'm pretty sure this is Cube. Send a request? What do you mean? Where? Okay, we just don't have that many people, it turns out. Alright. A friend request, well, like, in the game? No. In the game... this button genuinely doesn't do anything. Like, it just doesn't serve a purpose, so... if you want, I guess I could send one your way, but, like, it really just does nothing. And aren't you already friends on Discord? Alright, anyway. Why are we in Zingers? I guess it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I'm blind, if you couldn't tell. And we're going to, I don't know, fucking Caribbean. Peer pressure, why not? Oh shit, race is starting. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, no, turn, you fucking idiot! Piece of shit car. Mid 2025? Okay, yeah, I don't remember anything that happened last year, just so you know. Like, you should know by now, like, my memory is just completely fried. Okay. Who's Levian Rose? That's Nikki in, an alt account. 1%? What do you mean? 1% still is not alive, okay. And there's just nobody left, okay. You can rejoin if you, like, if this happens, you can rejoin. That's, like, the exception to the rules. Alright, you know what? We've done everything here in other streams, actually, but, I think what could work is, you know, yeah, let's do dipping down. Everybody choose D-class cars. Like, I'm gonna go with, like, what do I go with? I'm gonna go with this. Everyone switch to D-class cars. We're just gonna see who can land the rail ride the best, like, the best of them all. That's the point this time. A DSE 10's performance at that rank, all I'm gonna say is my condolences, bro. And a Mac E, just of any rank, is also my condolences. You spent tokens on the GR Supra? Why? It was a spotlight. Nope, that guy's not here. No! Oh my god, turn! That's... I don't know what to think about that one. I have the opportunity for the rail right now. No, didn't go that well, actually. I missed Shockwave by a pixel? Yeah, definitely. That start was a little bit annoying. Anyway. Okay. And now, I want to tell you guys this is the last race of the stream. Mostly because my neck is about to go, I can already feel that. And I probably shouldn't push that. I'm gonna go here. I think that works. Yeah, it does. And we are going back to S-Class cars. I'm gonna go with a Muscle. You can do, like, whatever you want. Slipstream? Alright, if you want. Last one anyway. Alright, just bring the fastest shit you got. Okay, that's 2 people gone. My condolences. Okay, that's not the best. That's not good. Your condolences to who? Mulser did completely fine here. Alright, anyway. Now that that's over with, I really have to go and lie down now. Pausing that music for a while. And that's... You guys can keep racing on your own if you want, but, like, I'm not gonna be in it. So, it's been good. This stream, I don't know, I just like being with you guys. So, as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'll probably stream just, like, daily until April 1st. Just to promote the scribblification of the world. I'm gonna repeat in case there's anyone who wasn't there when I said it a few minutes ago. On April 1st, go here, press this, delete all of this, set it to set it to this for the day. You can change back tomorrow. It costs 60 tokens, and it would be really, really funny. That being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.